favorite program, Agriculture, a Better Alternative. Temisan Francis is my name.
Thank you very much.
The African wedding. A blend of culture and tradition. From ancient times, the tradition of marriage has been kept intact and colorful attires are displayed. The couple is not left out as they are decked in the best of traditional wear with roots firmly from ancient times. An African wedding is not complete without the native traditional soup. The native soup can be eaten with a variety of swallow, namely amala, pounded yam, semo, eba, akpu, amongst other options. Assorted bushmeat is a must component in the preparation of native soup. A very popular bushmeat is the Grascutter. You already know this program brings you weekly practicable agricultural ventures guaranteed to create wealth. And today we shall learn on how to rear the Grascutter. Yes, the Grascutter. I am sure you will agree with me that this is a delicacy popular amongst various ethnic groups in Nigeria, and the demand for it makes its rearing a veritable source of wealth. In Africa, forest is referred to as bush. Also in turn, wildlife and the meat derived from it is referred to as bush meat. The bush meat can be a mammal, reptile, amphibian, or even a bird. The bushmeat is a delicacy eaten by millions of Nigerians and indeed Africans. Bushmeat represents a primary source of animal protein in diet. This makes it an article of trade in many locations, especially where they abound and are hunted as game. The volume of the bushmeat trade in West and Central Africa is estimated at 1 to 5 million tons per year. This is according to the Research Center for International Forestry. Increase in road construction, housing developments, illegal logging, and the unsustainable hunting for the meat of this animal have led to widespread local extinction of wildlife, especially in West Africa.
In the recent time, the population of this animal in the wild is gradually declining for the following reason: because of deforestation occurring as a result of urban expansion, because of farming practices, and also road construction, houses, and as a result of this, we have the population of these animals fast declining in our society.
In Nigeria, local hunters routinely comb the forest and bushes looking for Grascutter meat, and this is commercially rewarding to the hunter, even though the hunt and the trade of it is a direct threat to biodiversity and therefore unsustainable. Perhaps the most popular bushmeat in Nigeria is the Grascutter.
African giant rat, popularly known as Grascutter. There are two species of it that are known to us in Africa here. We have what is known as Trichomonas indianus, known as Grascutter itself, and also we have the other, which is Cretomis gambianus, which African giant rat. The bigger one lives near the rivers, lake, and swamp, naturally in the forest, in the rainforest area, and they depend on season greater, while the bigger one can live a solitary or a communal life.
My name is Kabirat Abdulaziz. I'm the managing director of the farm, We started the farm about 7 years ago with a family, and gradually we are improving up till today that we have a very big farm, and we have like up to 200 families in our farm, and we are doing better. Now today we are learning about how to rear Grascutter. Grascutter, they are from a family of cane rats. They love eating sugarcane. That's why they are called cane rats. And they are a special delicacy because they are high in protein and they have no cholesterol. They are very beautiful. They are a white meat, and then they are animal that is friendly. You can keep them as pets. They are very lovely and they reproduce very well. A Grascutter can live as long as 5 years if properly taken good care of. They are very lively and they don't smell.
The giant cane rat, known of the genus Dryonomis, there are two species of them. The stocky one, which is stocky dense, big. It can weigh up to 7 kg, and while the smaller one can be as long as 31 centimeter or 24 inches. Now the cane rats, they have nozzle, they have small hairs, they have furs covering their body. The use of this animal as food have been traced back as far as the old Roman Empire and also into the present day Asia civilization. So it is an animal that has been around for quite a long time.
If you want to be a Grascutter farmer, first thing you need to know is to learn about these animals. The first thing you learn, how they keep them, how weather affect them, what they eat, how they reproduce, and the different kind of food they eat. Grascutter eats 3 times in a day. They eat in the morning, afternoon, and evening. And in the morning, they love eating grass. Grass like guinea corn, elephant grass, and so on. They love eating sugarcane too, but it should not be served all the time because it affects their teeth. In the afternoon, Grascutter eats compounded feed made up of maize, PKC, GNC, bone meal, wheat over. These compounded feed are mixed with water and served for easy digestion. Then in the evening, they eat grass or pumpkin stem. They also eat some other food as well. So that is their feeding methodology.
The animal feeds they are nocturnal. That means they are more active in the night. But in captivity, they can be fed between 1:30 p.m. and 2 p.m. And they can be fed with a variety of things such as insects, such as grasshoppers. They can also be fed with some dried insects, and their food as well can also be supplemented with palm kernel, calcium enriched food substances, roasted soya bean, and many other things.
Grascutter are housed in this way because of their aggressiveness. They are not like other livestock like chicken or other. They have a very sharp teeth. which they use in destroying things. So wherever you want to house your grass cutter, you must use an iron and something concrete so that they will not escape out and they will not damage most of the things. That is why the house must be in a concrete and iron form to enable you keep them indoor so as not to escape out. So they are very aggressive in nature and very, very strong. So you have to keep them in a very close and tight place. That is why their house is being constructed in this way.
In the situation whereby you use wood, it's also very important that such wood should be galvanized with wire mesh, at least to reinforce it from the outside, so that you can keep the animals intact. And also, it's also very important that the housing unit in which the animal is kept should be kept neat. Now, the waste, the dump, the feces should be cleaned regularly. Waste food should be removed regularly. In as much as this is done, it will help to reduce outbreak of diseases within the fold.
Grascutter are lively animal. They are not prone to a specific disease, but cold is one of the things that affect them. They hate cold. When we talk of other livestock animals, as in bird flu or whatever, there is nothing such pertaining to grascutter. They are not prone to any diseases, but they live on a clean and hygienic environment, as in we clean the house every day and we give them a clean water, and in the water we put biofit, that is a kind of multivitamin given to chicken. So we mix it with water and give it to them. They drink water twice in a week because mostly the water they need on daily basis is being gotten from the fresh grass which we serve them every morning. So they don't need to be taking water every day, unlike the other livestock. It's just twice in a week they drink water. Grascutter reproduce twice in a year, that is, they give birth twice in a year. In a colony of a grascutter, a male is to 4 females, that is, the male will serve the 4 females, that is, impregnate them. Then when they got pregnant, they carry the pregnancy for 5 months, plus or minus 2 weeks. And each of these grascutter can litter minimum of 4 and maximum of like 7, 8, if they are well taken good care of. And in each of these litter, if each of them litters like 4, probability of getting the ratio of a male to like 2 or 3 females, that is in each delivery of a grascutter, that is, if a female grascutter delivered, you can get a male and you can get female, and at times all may be male or all may be females. It depends. So they are just like human being anyway. They live a polygamous life. They are just like human being, because when we said a male to 4 females, it's just like in the Muslim settings when you have a man, marrying 4 wives. That is how grascutter to live their lives. So they deliver very well, and when they littered, that is another wonderful thing. When you are there, when a grascutter is, dropping the kids, after dropping one, he eat the placenta and some other things like that, clean up. At times when they deliver like that, when you get there, you not see any blood stain on it. So you hardly know which grascutter littered. If you are not the experienced farmer, it's better for you to separate the grascutter, that is the female grascutter, when they are pregnant. When you see that the pregnancy advances, you try and separate them, put them one, so that you know which one litter and how many each litters. During their pregnancy, you make sure they take water every day. It's very important. Just like the pregnant woman too. we are being advised when we are pregnant to take water. So immediately they give birth, you make sure there is a lot of food and water so that the female grasscutter will not be starved. So they should be given a lot of water and food after delivery. Typical example of a grasscutter, a female grasscutter with the kids. You can see the female grasscutter has their breasts at the side, both sizes. So the kids, when they delivered, immediately the first thing they do is they suck the breast from their mother, which make them to be healthy immediately, and they start walking within some minutes after delivery. So this is the mother, and the kids are with her. They are breastfeeding. After that, they rest. Then they take like a month before they start eating what their mother eats. So that is the first thing. But what you need to do for a female grasscutter immediately it litters is provision of food. Let there be adequate food for the mother, so that when the mother eats very well, the kids can breastfeed very well from her. So that is what you need to do. You make sure that those kids breastfeed immediately they littered. In fact, you see, there is no soup in Nigeria you can cook without putting grasscutter, because it's a very sweet meat. And talk of this egusi soup or banga or whatever, or pepper soup, they use it to make any soup and you will surely enjoy it. It's a very special delicacy which I will encourage Nigerians to start eating. In fact, it's very good than these cow meats we are eating. It's very good. Even doctors recommend it for some people to be eating because of the low cholesterol it has. So I will advise young people, everybody, to embark on this project and start rearing grasscutter, and it's very lucrative.
Giant K-rat is very important compared with our domestic animal, in the sense that it is white meat, and most of the time they have low cholesterol, a situation that will make it much more suitable and better for people that are suffering from cardiovascular diseases. So I want to recommend that people in that category should eat more of they should eat more of giant rats, and all this one, by domesticating them as well too, it will also help us to improve the stock that is in the forest, and it will also help us on that way also to provide and so to reduce over exploitation, which is one of the problems that we have currently.
If we must ensure the sustenance of our ecosystem and protect the lives of our animals in the forest from extinction, the way forward is to farm and rear the bushmeat. I am glad I can rear this special delicacy. I'm sure you can too. Let's play our part in grasscutter rearing, as this will not only save the animal from extinction, you can also make a profitable business out of it. For an adult-sized grasscutter is sold between 5,000 and 10,000 naira, or even more, and that is good money. So you better start grasscutter farming right now. On that note, we end today's episode. Join me again for another practicable agricultural venture as we together ensure a rebirth of a new prosperous agricultural age. I am Temisan Francis. Keep farming, Nigeria.